All right, last round against CJ the Great. I mulligan down to 5. Hand was not giving me a second land. Oh, I think this is like the mono black mid-range discard deck. I actually played this for quite a few leagues. I found out that the deck does not operate well if if you don't draw the waste nod, and if you don't draw discard spells and you draw just a bunch of removal, the waste nod just doesn't do anything. Opponent here just kind of had. I mean, I was down to 5 and I just conceded. There was just nothing really for me to do. Like, these wraths don't really do too much because they don't play anything outside of like maybe 4 creatures. So, yeah, we're just gonna go to the next game after that. Got the combo here. Not gonna play it out because I don't want it to get pinged off. There's the waste knot. Okay, I'm gonna cycle. Okay, gonna do this. Get my Lotus field into play. In the next turn, I think I'm just jamming the Shark Typhoon. Yep, gonna let them draw 2. I wanted to make sure I keep my land, and also I wanted to keep the fairy. Oh, why did I not just? Oh, so I don't think I played Shark Typhoon because I was worried about another Go Blank, and that doesn't do. Yeah, and that doesn't do anything. So here I actually let the Shark Typhoon go, and just kind of cross my fingers that they don't have another discard spell, so I can hit them with this Thought Distortion. Draw another card. Thought Distortion you. They got a couple lands now. Untap my 2 lands. Crawling Barrens, Lily. I just countered that. And then I start. Let's see. I block there because I'm just going to farewell. But now I think about it next this turn actually. So I'm going to start using my Lotus field, and I'm going to copy their Crawling Barrens and actually just make a big dude because they should have cut most of their removal. So, in this way, I can also protect the Teferi whenever he keeps trying to jam in here. So I drew Seagate, draw a couple more cards. That's fine. Teferi takes 4. They have 1 card left. Yeah, and I did know about the land, the castle. So I'm gonna pump my guy. He's got or activate the guy. So now he's a 2/2. Activate him. He's a 4/4. Do this. That was really bad there. I should not have cycled. I don't know. I just totally forgot about the waste knot. That was totally on my bad there. Each player draws a card. I'm just going to give them lands. Or just give them mana. That thing is annoying, but I can take care of it. I'm going to put more counters on my land. Here, I'm just going to farewell the board, get rid of his creature, and get rid of Waste Not. Since he's already got the Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Untap 2 more. They only have 2 cards left in hand. Yeah, that's fine. He attacks. I Wandering Emperor in, and they concede. Yeah, so then I would just exile their guy, and then I would still keep pumping up the Crawling Barrens, and eventually use that as a threat just to smack them. So that was game 2. They did draw, a couple of their Go Blanks. I was able to use the Thought Distortion to get rid of their Lost Legacy and one of their waste knots and a Clean to Dust. So that was actually pretty helpful because they had a lot of stuff with the Clean to Dust, at least they can just start like grabbing stuff out of the graveyard and keep drawing more cards. So that was game 2. And then game 3, the final game for this league. Mulligan. We're keeping it because it's got a strict proctor. They took the Wandering Emperor. Tenacious Underdog. And they can, I can't remember what they mulligan down to. 5? No, they kept 6. Okay, so they're on 6. Yeah, this Chandra is kind of pathetic here. So I need a land. So this one was weird. They just brought in a bunch of creatures for like a creature beatdown type thing. Um, Pithing Needle onto Fairy. Okay. So I found a couple of Wandering Emperors, but no 5th land. So now my plan is just to use Wandering Emperor and just kind of like kill off their board. And make a couple dudes. Make another guy. They're going to do their thing. Luckily, I drew a land off of that so that, they don't get any value. I draw another land. They get no value. Sure. Swing in. Block. Use the Wandering Emperor to pump it so I can kill it. Keep my Wandering Emperor around. Drop Farewell. Get in for 3. Give him another land. Mutavault's not going to do too much when I pump up this other Samurai, because they're both going to be 3/3s. Interesting that he blocks here and wants to just trade a Mutavault for nothing. Drop to Fairy. Another Waste Not. Thoughtseize. Last in my hand. Yeah, it's a little silly. Draw Discontinuity. Let's see. And that should be game, almost. Swing for 6. Put him to 6. Untap 2. Go to my turn. Take another turn. I let them have a 2/2. Kill 1. Okay. And then now I just get to Teferi Tuck and then kill him for 6. And I had a Jawari Disruption up just in case they had a push. So that was game 3 of round 5, and that made this league into a 4-1, with our only loss being to Red Black Transmog Atraxa. So yeah, this I've been playing this deck off and on. I actually played it quite a bit about a month ago from White Blue Controls stream, or his deck list. I've actually subscribed to his channel, and I'm on the lookout for his decks and also his updates. I do find them to be very interesting. I prefer the ones that were actually splashing green, just because I enjoyed the Dramoka, and the Tameo was actually effective, especially versus the aggro decks. Dramoka really does a lot versus just closing the door and stopping the aggro decks from either running you over, just because of the lifelink and it's such a huge body. And Tameo being able to give you essentially hexproof from hand disruption, and also grabbing essential cards from your graveyard that you may need to either push yourself further ahead or to get yourself out of sticky situations. Like if you need another sweeper or something that you couldn't draw, I find that to be, very effective. So I am curious to see if he's going to come back and splash some more green back into his deck to get those, essentially make it another 4-color. If he wants to keep in the Chandras, that would essentially make it a 5-color Lotus Field control deck. But no, this is kind of where I've been landing on right now. If I was actually going to a Pioneer of a major event like in paper, I would probably be playing this right now, if not some kind of version of a blue-white regular blue-white control deck, but I do feel like this is really really powerful right now, and it's giving you a lot of tools to help with what's going on in the metagame. I'm not really too worried about mid-range decks. It's more about just the aggro decks, since there's a bunch of them that in the format it kind of seems right now. So as long as I can kind of figure out a way to sustain myself versus those style of decks, then I think I would be okay. And the major thing I'm looking forward to is just splashing the green for the Jamokas. So, but that will be it for these these recordings. And I think the next one I'm going to do will be let's see. I do need to play some games with BT Sherman's blue-white list that kind of looks like VFS's list a little bit, except he changed his up. But I definitely want to try that deck list out, since I have been playing a bunch of VFS's blue-white lists as well, and they have been surprisingly strong, except against aggro. Aggro, I basically get run over, but there hasn't been too much of it on Magic Online. And I think the deck is really good. The Brutal Cathars, I've been liking that card more and more that I keep playing it. It's really interesting gameplay. It forces it. The fact that it forces your opponents to play in a certain way is amazing. I've seen them where they can definitely play two spells on one turn, but they only play one because they don't want it to flip back and take another one of their creatures. So not only does it answer a threat when it comes into play, but it also forces them to play in a certain style, in a certain way, so that way more of their board doesn't get eaten up by the creature, which is really just interesting to me. So definitely interested in keep playing or trying out that card and seeing what more we can do with it. And yeah, that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this videos, just hit me a like on YouTube or subscribe, and there should be more to come. All right, see you guys. Bye.